Hey, what's up, rock stars? It's Rox coming to you today with the review for Love and Marriage Detroit, Season 1, Episode 7. I think that this is... I wasn't even going to get out here and do this video today. I was like, I'll just wait till Monday and do this with Real Housewives. But I was just like, let me get this mess out the way. You guys, Carlos, let me tell you something. This ain't it. I'm not complaining. I said I wasn't going to be ranting and going on and on about the show and nothing. And this is not a complaint. It's just a fact. This show is stupid. I feel like I've been on a roller coaster. We've been through so much in just these 47 minutes or however long the shit actually plays. Just, child, this is not it. I said, Will, Jay Lee, we tried to give Detroit a chance, okay? It's on some same the rest of the damn show. Atlanta got their shit, Chicago, LA, Miami, now add Detroit to the list. I don't think that you're going to be able to find the success that Huntsville found. It's just that was because it was a rare gem, and this is a mess. This really is a mess. So many times put on and everything, but I'm just gonna give y'all the review because that's what y'all here for, right? Also, yes, just getting back from my trip, and very sad about it. I'm gonna tell everybody all about it on Top of the Blog because I figure everybody watches Top of the Blogs. Not everybody watches this video, so I'll give y'all the whole rundown on Thursday when I record Top of the Blogs. It'll be up on Friday. But in the meantime, let's just get through this, shall we? All right, you guys, so the show starts where it ended last week. Kobe and Christina are arguing. Or should I say that Christina's trying to talk to Kobe, and Kobe is yelling and screaming about Christina calling her husband. And don't do that. Even though it wasn't smart for Christina to call Russell, considering her and Kobe weren't talking, it still was just sort of like, girl, all this you doing, like, what are you trying to say? They talking about the other person being fake and phony and all of this, and she doesn't want to be anything that Christina is. She's not a copier, she don't want what Christina has. She's not jealous of her and Brandon, none of that. Christina's like, look, I know this girl is young and stupid, and I'm figuring that that's the reason why she's sitting up here having this tantrum while I'm trying to talk to her. Maybe she just need to calm down and look at it rationally, and maybe we can get somewhere with this. And then, sure enough, the light bulb clicks on, okay? Colby is just like, wait a minute, maybe I am tripping. Maybe I am being too emotional here. You know why? Because Christina was like, I didn't say those things about you being a copier. That was Brandon. Oh, yeah, and Kobe still got a bone to pick with Brandon. So maybe she is fussing at the wrong person. Christina is her girl. They have a sisterhood and everything. Maybe she need to pump the brakes on these emotions and the passion and everything. Yeah, grow the fuck up, okay? So, okay, the problem is not with Christina, it's with Brandon. She can forgive Christina, and Christina can forgive Kobe, because that's not where the beef lies. The beef lies with Brandon. I was like, well, damn, Christina, you just gonna keep on throwing Brandon under the bus? She just keep on saying, like, that's what he said, that's what he said, that's what he said. I mean, I get it and all, but damn. So I guess Kobe gonna address Brandon later on or something, even though I thought that the men aren't supposed to talk to the women and the women aren't supposed to talk to the men. But, I guess when Russell is around. So anyway, Christina after we done been through all this, okay, all that yelling and screaming, now all of a sudden Kobe is pumping the brakes and giving her hugs and shit, and she can forgive her, and she's sorry, and the ego and the passion and the... Okay, now we done got past all that in these few minutes, and now Christina tells her she's having this shut up and pray brunch. She used to have the shut up and pray thing happening a while ago, but she fell off. Busy, kids, husband, family. So she's getting that back on, and now she wants to invite Kobe to that. Okay, so Kobe says, yeah, she would love to come, and like I said, they hug it out, and I guess now Christina and Kobe are friends. So that was one fight that we done got figured out, I think. Okay, now let's talk about Brandon and Christina. They going out and they back on the shit about they not giving their relationship any chance. Now, last week, Christina was helping Brandon with the showcase, and they was a team and all this. Now, this week, they back to being, not spending no time with each other. They don't talk to each other, even though they live in the same house and all of this. So, after talking to their counselors, the counselors told them that they need to make time for each other. So this is the two of them making time for each other. We back on no good, cheating, not paying any attention to his wife, Brandon. Like Brandon said, they need to hit the reset button. So Christina's telling him that they need to prioritize each other, make sure the other person is at the top of the list. She hasn't felt that way. She hasn't felt protected. She hasn't felt safe. And Brandon was like, I didn't even really honestly know that I was supposed to make my wife feel safe. That was probably a very honest statement. There might be a lot of men that feel that way, didn't realize what all it takes to be in a marriage. I think that when you first get married, you don't know, you like the whole idea of being married, but it takes for you to actually be in it and face some things. Then you kind of realize that, oh, okay, I got to be a whole nother, you still the same person, but it's still now is two people to consider, so. And Brandon said that he never knew that. That's not what he grew up in. That's not what he saw. And Christina was like, yeah, I know, because your mom didn't hold you accountable. Your mom never fussed at you. Your mom never told you no. Your mom never, and I'm assuming that the mom probably did originally, and Brandon didn't listen because he's a hard-headed ass kid. And, sometimes as parents, you just check out. You tired of trying to fight and fuss with him, so you just be like, let the nigga do whatever. Try not to kill yourself, okay? And maybe that's how, because Brandon makes it seem like he was a hard-headed ass kid, And so he was telling her, like, that's never been what he's seen. And she says, yeah, she understands that, but there is a marriage here. There is another person. There is somebody else to consider, not only just her, but they have kids too. Yeah, he said that he don't like being told what to do. I said, well, who does? Nobody likes to be ordered around, all right? But if you working in a marriage that's working halfway successful, it ain't even got to be completely together, But, I mean, can we consider the other person? Talking about he's an entrepreneur. That's what, so that's why he can't work for nobody, which some people do have a hard time working for people. But the thing with being an entrepreneur is, I mean, it's 24/7 work. And sometimes if you're not making the right moves, 24/7 still ain't enough hours in a day to get shit done, and you still not, bringing in any coin. So, you can call yourself an entrepreneur and you run your own business and everything, but where's the profit is what we want to know. So anyway, Christina says, yeah, well, you're an entrepreneur, but I'm the boss. And he was like, she always says, I'm the boss, I'm the boss. And he's noticed that she's kind of like the tyrant of the family. She always telling people what to do, bossing them around. She's like, listen, somebody got to tell these old out of control ass niggas what to do. But what Christina does know is that Brandon needs to deal with his mommy issues. So then he was just like, okay, and you also need to let her know how much you love her, okay? And so he says, all right. So right there, because Brandon is an off the cuff kind of man. He just makes an announcement, grabs both of her hands and tells everybody in the restaurant how much he loves this woman and all, and they all start cheering. And I was just like, that Brandon is, child, I had so much hope for him last week. This nigga stupid too. I just was like, this is Carlos really making us do this. Why? Now let's jump over to Anthony. So Anthony is shooting a lookbook, he said, for this new designer in Detroit. I guess he's like up and coming. He's like in everybody's mouth. Mr. William Palmer is his name. And so they're having a photo shoot because, Anthony, he's so busy and he got to put all the things in place and all. So while he's there with the lookbook doing the shoot, then LaToya comes down there to visit. And, she said because they don't get to talk. I said, why these people don't get to talk? Fuck, y'all living in the same house where you can't talk until you get on camera. And they just keep on bringing attention to it. It's stupid, okay? We already kind of know you got to get it on film. We probably figure you already talked about it, but let's do it on film again. You ain't got to make the announcement. That's what I'm saying. These people are so uncomfortable, especially LaToya, but we're going to talk more about LaToya later. But, so anyway, what's been going on? He says, oh, he been busy. The man's movement thing, that's about to get off the ground. We still don't really know what that is, but that's what's happening. On top of that, the Bible study, it was a success. We really got into the word, got into the Bible. I said, nigga, you a motherfucking lie. Don't get me cussing about no Bible study now. We ain't heard nothing about the Lord. Don't bring the Lord into that. Don't even try it. She was like, did you cry? And he was like, no, I didn't cry. And she was just like, I just love when you're vulnerable. I was just like, what is wrong with this couple? What woman wants her man to just be crying all the goddamn time? Like, it's just so weird. Everybody is weird and inorganic. Anyway, so even though he didn't cry, it was some stuff, they had to discuss, the conversation between the PR. Listen, don't ask me to explain what the PR lady said, what Anthony said, who he was talking about, whether he liked this person, that person, Brandon liked this person, Russell Kobe liked this person. I'm so confused on who's what. Now, I thought that the argument was that Anthony had said some shit to the PR lady about Kobe and Russell, but then the PR lady also said Brandon don't like her, and that's what Anthony said, and then Brandon say he ain't said that, and it was taken out of context, and the PR lady this, and LaToya mad about. I was just like, what? I don't even know what. The PR lady got more damn publicity on the show than anybody else. We just going on and on about that. So, Anthony trying to tell us about how he protect his friends and his family, his crew. She on his team. Of course, he gonna let her know what's going on. That's fine. But let it be true. And I don't trust Anthony and nothing that nigga say. So anyway, he protect the family and this, that, and the other. And, LaToya, well, that's you. That's just what you do. So he did, him and Brandon, they apologized. They hugged it out and everything, even though he is still a little bit confused about it. And LaToya was just like, yeah, it is a lot. Her and Christina, they still trying to get to know each other. So I guess these people none of them probably knew each other. There's some shit Carlos did put together, child. So she trying to get to know Christina too. She don't want to be looking like she's picking sides, but it's always the drama that she wants to avoid. She can't have the drama. So LaToya says, well, I think that, we do need to go on a trip. Just all of us, we can go to Traverse City. I think that's what she said. Just a weekend, get away, the couples, we can put some shit on the table and then we can put it to bed. Like, we can fix whatever the issues are and we won't have any more problems. I keep on looking up, you guys, there's some shit going on behind the camera. Don't worry about it. That's why I keep on looking up. But they gonna go, she gonna have trivia night, the ambiance is gonna get everybody, relaxed enough to be approachable and talk about the issues and, fix it and all of that. So, yeah, we going on a trip, okay? Now, just in that conversation, is he mad at Brandon and Christina or not? Child, that's all I want to know. And now LaToya done worked herself up to be mad. So that's another issue that we trying to get through. Now, later on, Anthony goes and meets with his production partner. His name is Larik, but it's spelled lyric, okay? But he called him Larik, so that's what it is. And him and Larik, they apparently they write together, they produce together, and all of this. So again, what music has Anthony put out? Because we still ain't really clear on what it is that Anthony do. Okay, but I guess he didn't finally gave it a name. So this is his production partner. They sit down, and Anthony is telling them about his showcase that him and Bravo are putting on. Ain't said shit about Brandon yet, like it's really his show. And then he finally brings it. He said, and your friend is going to be in it. And, Larik will start laughing kind of like, yeah, who my friend? Yeah, who your friend is, Brandon. Oh, Larik said, honey, Brandon ain't no friend of his. Really? Why not? Well, Larik not really sure what the problem is. He just feel like maybe Brandon feel like it's some competition, out there. And he don't like it. And he's like, look, he ain't got no problem with Brandon. Brandon actually is talented. But Brandon couldn't smell a star if that motherfucker laid up under his nose. As a matter of fact, the star is up under his nose. Well, what do you mean by that? Oh, you didn't know that Christina sang? No, I didn't know it. Christina sang. I said, oh, okay, Christina sings. She a damn fashion designer. She a influencer. She a mom. She a wife. She reality show star. She got 10 jobs. She's a hey man. So now Christina sings. What? Yeah, man, I know I got some music of hers around here somewhere. Let me go get y'all. I tried to remember the song, y'all, but I can't even remember the song. But I say, if y'all don't get that mew, mew, pew, pew bullshit, babbling, baby talk ass mess, I said, girl. Now, the girl can sing, you know, if you would say she can keep a tune, you know, she on the note, and she say, but we ain't getting no, child, this ain't nothing more than what we've been getting from everybody else, you know. Like I told y'all last week, they trying to get Christina to be the male of the show, I guess. So here goes another comparison. More cute girl, non-singing, like, save that, find something else to do, okay? But you know, I was just like, yeah, save that mess. But Lyrique was, and Anthony's, what? I ain't even know. You know, I forgot MC Anthony, child. I forgot I gave him his name, Mick Anthony. We'll just say Mick Anthony is so much easier. Mick Anthony was like, I didn't even know that she could sing like that. What? Well, that's the problem right there. Brandon don't even know that he got a star right there. That's what Lyrique's saying. That's what Lyrique said. He can't fuck with Brandon because Brandon's stupid. I was just like, everybody's stupid. Everybody on the show. So Christina should have been signed to Star Factory. You know what? If she would have been signed to, this is when Lyrique get messy. You know, she might not even have met Brandon. I said, oh, would you had your eye on Christina, something, Lyrique? Because why would you say something like that about this man? This is his man's wife. This ain't his girlfriend, some shit he messing around with. Okay? That's who she ended up with, so oh well. You know, so I was just like, Lyrique, I got my good eye on you too. Something ain't right. Now let's jump back over to Kobe and this is why I'm confused. So Kobe, it gets picked up by LaToya because they're going to the Shut Up and Pray brunch that Christina has invited them to. Okay. Now, Kobe said that her and Christina ain't had no problems at the end of that conversation, right? That she knows that she needs to talk to Brandon, but as far as her and Christina are concerned, they good. But she gets in the car and she kind of acting like they still not quite good. Well, I will say that she said that they did talk about it. They squashed it or whatever, but she feels like she still needs to talk to Brandon. So then she tells her how Christina had contacted Russell beforehand, and LaToya was like, she don't like that, you know, because she don't like mess, and she shouldn't. Okay, we had already established Christina shouldn't have called Russell. That's one of the problems that Kobe had with Christina. Then she starts telling her about the information that the PR lady said, you know, and then LaToya's like, yes, my PR lady. And nigga, the PR lady belonged to whoever hired her. You don't personally own her. She can still work somewhere else, okay? My PR lady. I was just like, oh, this error of superiority that LaToya has, oh my God, works my nerves. I don't know why I thought I was gonna like her at the beginning of the damn show. So anyway, she was telling her how Anthony is the stem of the problems, the root of the problems, and why she say that? LaToya don't like that, and you're not gonna talk bad about her man because she knows her man and she knows his heart and what he's trying to do and all of this. So now LaToya's mad. LaToya's mad. Y'all better watch out. She said that was a blatant lie, that they said that. I said, maybe the PR lady lying, okay? Because all of a sudden, ain't nobody said nothing. I still believe Anthony said some shit. Brandon probably said some shit too. They could have been talking bad about the lady together at this point, okay? But now Anthony done flipped it and went and hurried back and said it so that Brandon couldn't blame it on Anthony. It's just a whole bunch of confusion and stupid, right? So she doesn't like that they're attacking her husband's character, you know, and well, she's gonna have to talk to Christina, you know, because she don't like this. Her and Christina talked when Christina called her and invited her to this Shut Up and Pray brunch, and she never mentioned anything that she had with Anthony. Maybe because she wants to do it in person, okay? And that's LaToya's thing. Like, she can't do shit like this in person, so no. But LaToya's blood is boiling so much on the inside that she might not be able to control herself. She might have to talk to her at this brunch. And I was like, now who been in LaToya's ear and then told this lady, pumped her up to say that she needs to confront Christina? You can tell that it's so much not in her. It's not her to be the type to go and confront people. You can tell. Okay. So the fact that they didn't pump this lady up to think that she about to go off on Christina, I was just like, I don't think that this is going to be a good idea. Okay. She ain't quick with it. She not shady. She don't know how to do none of that. So I was like, yeah, well, let's just watch how this go. Okay. But she gonna see how it is. You know, she don't like drama, but she don't really like drama and Jesus put together. I said, I done already told y'all to leave Jesus out of this. Okay, the Lord ain't got nothing to do with this fool of fucking niggatry y'all got going on this show. You ain't gonna blame this on my God. Not mine. So now I'm not sure if Kobe still got a problem with Christina. I just feel like Kobe got excited about the fact that she got LaToya upset because, you know, LaToya don't get upset. So, you know, I still don't know where we stand with the PR lady who said what, Brandon, Anthony, who friends, who not. You know, I don't know. But anyway, we get to the brunch. Christina says that she's excited about the brunch. It's her first ever Shut Up and Pray brunch. I said, I thought you already said you was doing the Shut Up Pray thing, but then you stopped during the pandemic and everything. Now, which one is it? Did you do it or not? Okay. Maybe it was just an idea. Now, anyway, this is the first annual Shut Up and Pray brunch. Brandon is there. He's helping set her up. Okay. And I said, oh, okay, I guess this is back team Brandon and Christina. Like just earlier today, we was having problems, you know, but now. So he there. When Kobe gets there and LaToya, you know, they both Kobe and Brandon scope each other out, but they gonna stay away from each other because Russell not there. You know, he the gatekeeper, so we can't talk. Leave her alone. Fine. We got both of the Chelseas there. I didn't realize that both of them had Chelsea friends. And the Chelsea girls are oddly placed because they're kind of the extension of their friend, I guess. So why is it that one of the Chelseas is asking Kobe about what she said about Christina and all? It's just sort of like, girl, what this got to do with you? I don't give a fuck if you best friends with her or not. I was like, we already talked. We already got it fixed up. Like, I don't need you now asking me, like, what did I do to fix things, you know? Because what was that Chelsea gonna do? Kobe was like, no, I realized that it was Brandon with the problem. And then Chelsea's like, oh, okay, because you ain't gonna blame her girl. But if it's Brandon, then fine. And so, anyway, Christina gets up on the mic, you know, and she thanks everybody for coming and saying how long it took for this to come to fruition and blopty blue. Then she said, we gonna get the prayer out the way and then we gonna get the show started, whatever they was gonna have there. And so, you know, she say the prayer and all of this. LaToya say she gonna try to stay on track, you know, but there's some things that she needs to have issues on, you know, that she needs to have clarity with. So she gonna try to stay on track, but you know, it's just hard. And now that she done gave the prayer, you know, it's even harder for her, you know, so she gonna try to meet Christina with some grace. So she tells the girls that she's gonna have this trip to Traverse City or whatever, and wants them all to come. You know, it's gonna be a weekend and all. You know, Christina, oh, that's cute. Okay, yeah, she'll put that on her calendar. She'll make time for, you know, a couple of days. Anyway, we keep on with the show, the Shut Up and Pray brunch. They had a keynote speaker come up there. Oh, she all fire and brimstone. It's like, girl, you was doing a whole lot at this brunch, child. But I mean, it is Shut Up and Pray, right? So why not? She says that she wants God to close the doors of insecurity. I declare in the name of Jesus, board up your home. Glory be to God in the fullest, in the highest. Make it safe from those that are trying to come in. Keep your heart open to good and cast away the bad. I was just like, okay, all right. But the keynote speaker did do their job because, honey, they got LaToya all fired up. LaToya said after that rousing speech, she don't see how she's able to not talk to Christina this very moment. Yes, it might seem like a scene, but it's just in her, you know, it's in her spirit, y'all. So she tells Christina, you know, can I talk to you for a second? Christina, sure. Okay. Christina's just like, okay, here we go. So what did you have to talk to me about, LaToya? I said, now, like I said, I don't know who exactly is LaToya's showrunner. I don't know, because, you know, they always say that some of the people on the production team be up in different people's ears trying to sway the storyline. Well, clearly somebody had pumped up LaToya and said, you need to say something to Christina, because Christina said this, that, and the other. And, honey, LaToya was not prepared. Child, How you get read down and Christina wasn't even trying to read her. But Christina had an answer for everything that she said, and Latoya was so worked up and fanned up and red and all of this shit. Even Kobe was getting a kick out of it. It's like, this is terrible. This is terrible. So she was just like, in the spirit of transparency, I just want to know, what was said, to the PR lady. And Christina was just like, okay, spirit of transparency. Okay. She said, so I just want to know, what you said. And she was just like, well, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean what was said? Oh, you know what was said. And she was like, oh, you talking about what I said about Anthony, about your husband? Christina was just like, oh, well, the publicist gave me a call. And she was like, that's right, my publicist. My publicist. Like I said, the bitch can be working for a whole bunch of people. She ain't just yours. Okay? But we'll let her have it. Yes, your publicist, my publicist too, girl. But she was just like, yeah, but then she said that, you said that Anthony said that he don't like Russell and Colby, and he didn't say that. And so Latoya's telling her she don't like that, and she was confused, and Christina was like confused about what, who said what about who, and that's what I said. This argument is so convoluted. I don't know what they mad about. I mean, I guess they mad about what Anthony says to the PR person about Christina and Brandon, child, or is it Colby and Russell? Colby don't even look bothered by it. She's so amused by watching Latoya over there. I'm talking about, bitch, somebody throw her a raft. She was just sitting over there so fanned up, Christina was just like, are you okay? Latoya tells her she's conniving and she's rude. Christina's like, no, I'm trying to find out what I did wrong. Like, you always blaming bad shit on me. And Latoya was just like, I don't blame things on you. Oh, yes, you do. We already know that Latoya had been told Anthony that Christina and Brandon was the common denominator whenever shit goes down. Christina was like, you called me fake. And she was just like, no, I didn't call you fake. It's like, Latoya just says that she's observant and she notices things. She's a doctor, by the way. She got her degree by, sociology and human conditions and behaviors. And she can watch and see, because she's a doctor. And Christina was just like, oh, yes, you are a doctor. Yes, wow. You did get your degrees. Okay, yes. Latoya was just like, yeah, and I'm just upset, that you don't, if you're going to be transparent and this is a sisterhood, then why didn't you call Colby? And Christina says, and what does that have to do with you, Dr. Latoya? And that is the question of the day, is why is it that Latoya has got her panties in such a bunch about some shit that even Colby don't care? Honey, Colby over there cackling about the fact that damn Latoya is on the ropes. I'm talking about sweating, fanning, taking deep breaths, looking around. She probably was looking for that motherfucker that told her to confront Christina. But it wasn't even a real read. Like, it wasn't. It was just letting you know how ill-equipped Latoya is for this reality show game. You trying to come in and bring some class, I guess, to it, and you trying to, I don't do that, and we don't do that in public, and we this and we that. And girl, you just sat up there and tried to come for Christina, and Christina was just like, girl, you're not gonna come to my party. You're not gonna come to my party and tell me what to do. Give a fuck, you doctor or not. Okay? You regular old Latoya to me. I said that poor Latoya done got ripped apart. No shade, no comebacks, no quick snarky comments, no nothing. Just sitting there, just like I said, drowning. And honey, it was funny to see. Christina was like, you're gone somewhere with that, you and your hoity-toity, two good shoes, and however you want to call it. Get out of my face with this. That shit was funny. How many more episodes have they got? Because I know they can't have more than 10. And this is episode 7. Is next week the damn finale? We only get an 8 episode? Because I'm over it, child. This is comedy. Make sure that you thumbs up the video, comment, subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. I'm itsrox. The channel is itsrox. And usually what I do is in the bottom bars. Y'all check all that out. All right. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Till next time, rock stars. Bye.